It's a beautiful day outside. Ain't really much to do. Just bask in it, you know. Look at the beauty of nature. I grew up in a very good neighborhood. A lot more fortunate than most black kids who either neighbor me or live by me. And they're not as fortunate as being in a neighborhood where they do not have to worry about, bullshit, drama, violence. Um, I really wouldn't say this is truly a white neighborhood. It's just a well-kept neighborhood. It's just that I think it's fairly balanced. I'll probably say it's mostly black, but you know, despite the few ghetto people here, it's really not too bad. And people uh, have a respect for the finer things in life. But enough about me. I just kind of wanted to, I wanted to talk about this bullshit with these role reversals. And I've been saying this for kind of the longest that a lot of this role reversal shit is being tested in the black community. And if we have a lot of people, a couple Asians and whites who are kind of bitching and moaning that gender equality is needed, and the gender roles need to be reversed. And I tell these females like, hey, if you want to see gender reversal at its peak, at its finest, come to the black community. Come to the black community. There's plenty of role reversing. There's plenty of men who do not want to do anything, who want to stay at home, um, be trophied up, be a trophy husband, and just kind of walk with their dicks held high and saying, yeah, yeah, that's that D game right there. And you have Negroes who want to live off that. Um, you want to see gender equality, watch and see women knocking the shit out of men twice their size or whatever. You know, you want to see equality. You want to see um, you know the obsoleteness of gender roles. Well, hell, come to the black community. There's plenty of black single mothers who champion themselves as both father and mother. And so, I invite these white feminists, go to your nearest black community and look at the equality. And then when you're done, you look at the community as a whole and you tell yourself, is this what I want my community to look like? Do I want to see so much dysfunction? And we've kind of gone to the point to where our dysfunction and our pain is basically daytime television. It's basically our entertainment. You know, wake up, at 9 to 5 o'clock, to watch nonstop uh, back and forth and arguments between black men, but mostly from black women with other black women, fighting over bullshit on who is the baby daddy, cheating, infidelity, lame fights, um, rape, incest, molestation, uh, you know, that's turned to entertainment now. Um, this gender equality thing, it's completely redundant. It's not. Um, the thing is that I tell with these feminists is that it's funny that these feminists never want to message me back, but hey, it's whatever. And I just say to them is that, hey, this gender equality doesn't work and it doesn't produce a better system that we have today. If the men are gonna like role reverse and just sit back home, nothing's gonna be done. The thing is that, well, what if the women were just more educated and it's true because more women are in school, blah 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 blah, they're getting more degrees. Look at the black women, and I say yes, look at the black women with all their degrees. And the thing is that despite all the degrees they have, they're not opening jobs. They're not creating jobs for other black women or even the black community as a whole. They're not giving shit to do for the kids during the summer. And then what ends up happening? We get a whole bunch of problems with black youths. We kind of end up getting there's always some kind of crazy shit like on the 4th of July or Veterans Day to where, there's like a cookout gone wrong, shootout leaves, 5 dead, 30 injured, that kind of crazy shit. Um, and, not like saying like, oh, it's all totally all single mothers' fault, but I'm just kind of saying is that they're not providing jobs that men would do, you know. We know that men produce jobs. But the thing is that these women, these black women, they're not producing it. So we kind of know ahead of time, as black people, we know ahead of time that this whole gender reversal shit doesn't work. And this leads us to the picture that we're seeing now. With this dude, this looked like one of these lame ass Instagram collages where, people want to show off their love. And I kind of have to thank most of the black people that they do not co-sign this. But then again, I know enough dusty black Negroes who are okay with role reversing, who are okay with playing second fiddle. They're okay with being with a woman who makes more money than them, and she has to pay all the bills. She has to take care of all the responsibilities, and he's at home just playing video games with the kid, going to the club, having fun, just bullshitting, buying shoes, and he's spoiling himself even with his little job, and he has no responsibility, and we see that all the time. I'm kind of really pissed off that this dude has the nerve to even post this on social media, knowing that he's gonna get clowned. In the minute I saw this, I was immediately thinking about season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Jocelyn when she proposed to Stevie J, and it was so weird, and ah, it's just desperateness, and it really shows the thirst that some black women have for for the sake of just being in love. And I kind of noticing in myself that black women seem a little thirsty now because I've been recently in a situation to where I was I maybe I was kind of trapped, but not really. What happened was that I had a girlfriend for like a month. We broke up because I accidentally sent a kick message to her friend telling her that I was single, and it caused a little drama. We broke up. She acted like she didn't want nothing to do with me, and I left it at that. Week like the exactly 1 week later, she messages me, act like nothing happened. We started kind of talking romantic again. I stupidly brought up the topic of having a baby, but it was more figuratively. It wasn't really something I was thinking about having now. And she told me that hey, low key, I want a baby before I'm 20 so I can go to the club at 40. And I was scratching my head. I was like, what? I was really scratching my head because she wasn't a ratchet chick. She wasn't a section 8 hooker, or she wasn't, she came from a good neighborhood, she came from a good school, and I was just kind of scratching my head like, are we really making club goals here? Just to go to the club at 40 and just, like, damn, like, I didn't even stretch my wings yet just to enjoy adulthood. And, now I'm being bombarded with uh, having more responsibilities the minute I get out of college. I mean, like, what? And she went on this little tirade of how um, she's afraid of not being able to have a baby for some odd reason. She's just paranoid that she has to have a baby now, so she will, just in case something bad happens to me or to her. And it just kind of felt so thirsty, and I was like, we have so much time ahead of us. There's no rush. Let's do something. Let's build a patriarchy. Let me build a patriarchy. Let me be more accomplished because I'm not really at the point where I want to be right now. And she really didn't listen. She just kind of like, I want a baby. And the baby can go to your graduation. And I'm like, I was like, God, I'm gonna have to break up with her. But I was like, okay, I'm cool with it. And so I did, and it just kind of, I just feel like black women are starting to get a little thirsty, and I'm just kind of like, is this an effect of the role reversal in the black community? Somebody creeping up on me. That's what I'm thinking. Like, is this a result of the role reversal in the black community? Because, what's up with the thirst? What's up with the rush? And I messaged some people on Facebook, and they all said like, hey, that's kind of odd. Some people are like, it's odd, and then some people are like, well, that's normal because women kind of get these little schizophrenic, random ass issues and problems, and they want to have a baby for some odd reason. They ask for it out of the blue, and I was like, okay, but man, like, I'm just kind of thinking like, how thirsty are black women gonna be, or like black women are they gonna start acting like some of these niggas, with the so-called street harassment? I'm kind of wondering like, man, how weird is it gonna get? But back with this dude is that we are kind of seeing this kind of experiment on us. And the thing is that we need to start experimenting with these generals and start experimenting with having a patriarchy for once, because we're too used to losing. That's the problem with black men. We're too used to losing. We're too used to playing the second fiddle, and we do not have enough brothers who are like, hey, I want to do my own thing. I want to create something that makes my name valuable. And that's the problem with black men of today, or a lot of these young fathers, is because they're not creating something that, or at least a legacy. They're not creating a legacy to where, like, damn, their great 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 grandson is going to be like, that dude's my dad. I mean, that dude was my, great 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 great. I was related to him. Better to say. we're not creating legacies, and that's the problem when we're having all these kids. When we have kids, you know, kids having kids, and it just diminishes the legacy that we should be creating. To be honest with you, I really don't even think people should be getting married until the age of like 30. I can understand being engaged for like 27 or 25 at the least, but it kind of kills me when I see people getting married when they don't even have shit. They just in love. That's it. It's like I love you. Let's make it official. And it's like, nigga, you don't even have your own place yet. What you trying to rush getting married for? Niggas don't have nothing in their name but loans and debt, and they have the nerve to have a mouth to feed. Like really? You have a mouth to feed, and yet you want to get married? You know, I don't get that, man. We're not creating no legacy, and we should be focusing more on realistic shit. Like, we should be trying to really understand how this world works. Being an athlete, being a rapper, it kind of played out. It's getting old. Too many niggas get washed up. Too many niggas are like hot for one damn year, and then they're forgotten. Look at Bobby Shmurda, man. Yeah, so look at him. So we need to be doing something a little bit more tactful, a little bit more sufficient to where we are independent, we are making our own money, and most importantly, we're circulating with other businesses, other black businesses, and other black people. But man, it's like black folks, I don't even really think black folks are gonna get it. It's really only a select 10% of black folks that will get it and like have my ideal black patriarchy, but it's not a lot, you know. Most of these niggas are not gonna get it. And I don't know how many kids have to die. I don't know how many more families will have to be broken and split up and bastardized. But, black folks ain't gonna get it. And, I started to understand why Sarge has little hope for the black community because I'm not seeing any kind of progress or rise. Black folks stay worrying about the intangible bullshit. I look on Facebook, these dudes want to ride off their little stroke game and act like, yeah, I got bitches, yeah, you Mr. No Bitches. Yeah, and it's like, okay, it's kind of tiring, it's redundant, and all you have is a stroke game, and and you're seeing where that led you to. An acid child support, temporary girlfriends. What legacy have you made? You know, I wish black women would start learning how to date better. But to me, I don't know if it's like the desperateness of kind of being bombarded with, with kind of more of like black hate rather than black love. We're not seeing a whole lot of successful marriages. We're seeing a lot of rushed marriages, but the thing is, we're not seeing a lot of successful marriages where, like, hey, we've been together for 20 years or something. We're not seeing a lot of that. And I think a lot of black folks are trying to rush being married to kind of be those kind of faces for black love. But the thing is that black people shouldn't be getting married until they have a patriarchy, man. If their man doesn't have a patriarchy, I don't see why you're getting married. But black people aren't gonna get it. Black women are not gonna get it because they have to rush. And the damn sure they can't wait for a damn baby to come. And they ain't got no money, they ain't got no plans. They just say like, hey, I want a baby, just to be showing off on Facebook, and no plans. You end up being homeless, struggling, and for what? Because she didn't want to have a man that had a strong patriarchy, because that dude was a lame. That dude wasn't he wasn't in the club. He wasn't really about nothing. He wasn't a real nigga and all this untangible bullshit. Black women stay. I don't know what it is, but they stay losing. And I'm so tired of it, like looking at fucked up couples, fucked up black couples that are so messy and so dysfunctional, man. I was watching my bad. I was looking at TMZ, and my old, well, former, she's kind of ugly now. My former TV crush, uh Lark Voorhees. She's um she's married, and I kind of feel so sorry for her, and I feel kind of bad for her because she has been through so much self-hatred, and she's just kind of the washed up black woman, the gourd. To me, it's like a damn shame that we have so many gorgeous black women who can't even be in a successful relationship. They can't even, find the right one, and they're always losing, and they're always being with these idiot guys, and they're always falling for the okey doke. But Lark, she is in a relationship with some washed up dude. I heard it was an online relationship. They met online at an auction, I believe, and they're like 10 years apart. And it's like this dude's a thug, drug dealer. He's now wanted, and he's on the run. And I'm like, Jesus, man, this girl is bipolar, schizophrenic, damn near crazy. And this chick has the nerve to be married by a thug. And I was like, hey, I thought that chick was a Negro Bedouin, to be honest with you. But it's kind of funny how they can kind of find the right white boy, but they can't find the right black man. That's kind of ironic. But I think it could be due to the fact that now that she's older, black men really ain't checking for her. I mean, she's kind of irrelevant. Most people know her as Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell, which is really an old show. I wouldn't say it's not as popular as Fresh Prince. So I wouldn't expect a lot of people over the age of 30 to even remember who this chick is. Or under 30. Or at least 25. I mean, I wouldn't expect people to really know who she is. So she's pretty washed up, so I can just kind of imagine how, she's not really getting any roles, she's not that attractive. It's just a shame that, it's like black women stay losing. It's like, I can't imagine being a black woman, like, just so desperate to fall in love, just so desperate to fall with the weak black man that would accept you for anything. And you're just like, okay, yeah, he's a loser, he doesn't have anything good going on, but I enjoy his company. That's enough. To me, it's like when I see shit like females proposing to niggas, it's like, to me, this is like shit. We really have to kind of redo gender roles. We really need to redefine everything. I really feel like the black community needs to do like a textbook and just redefine everything. Redefine what it means to be black, redefine what it means to be a black male, redefine what it means to be a black female. We really need to just kind of start over, because it's like we've been losing for so long, and it's that we can't really adjust to losing like this, man. And there's no progress being made. And to be honest with you, black love is just kind of corny to me. Sometimes I kind of cringe when I see a black couple, kind of, because it's like, usually when I see the young ones, it's like I can just imagine the nigga just living easy and the girl doing all the work. And it's like it's like the man-child relationship. Sometimes I cringe when I see black women idolizing whores and idolizing these relationships on love and hip hop, and it's like, oh, they're such the power couple. They're like the couple who doesn't give a fuck what people say. And it's like, but this, it's like there's no romance, and sometimes I kind of understand why the hell there isn't really like a black princess story. There's no like. Sometimes I just kind of wonder, because it's like, damn, can we ever win? Shit. And I'm kind of exhausted and I'm hot, but I'm just so tired of just kind of waking up seeing new fuckery by black women. And I don't want to seem like I'm beating them up for any reason, but it's just gone to the point to where we're still having grown-ass black women dating thugs. This is like a 2008 conversation that we're still having. Thugs, bad boys, really? I can't believe we haven't evolved after 2008. I'm done.